And welcome to Upon Further Review. I'm Josh Aubrey. Plenty to get to in this week's show. We're going to take you out for some spring football practice with the Georgia Southern Eagles over at Paulson Stadium. We'll hear from some of the freshmen trying to make an impact on the team and hear from Coach about how he felt the first scrimmage of the spring went this past weekend. We'll also send you out for area high school baseball, the Southeast Bulloch Yellow Jackets with a couple of games, the Statesboro Blue Devils over at J.I. Clement Stadium as they were taking on Effingham, and then returned home on Monday where they were hosting South Effingham. We'll send you out for highlights of those games and the Southeast Bulloch Yellow Jackets. The boys were able to clinch the region championship in soccer, and the girls were able to come through with the number 2 seed. Both will host the state playoffs next week. We'll have highlights of those games coming up for you as well, and plenty more coming up on Upon Further Review. And a reminder before we go to break, hopefully you'll never be in an accident, but if so, please give our friends at the Sullivan Law Firm a call, 912-489-8888, or online at thesullivanlawfirm.com.
You choose the combination, and they'll cook it in their 500-degree brick oven in just a few minutes. Your own delicious pizza experience using only the freshest ingredients on hand-tossed dough and individually sized just for you. And that Eagle Nation is why they're called Your Pie, because it's all about you. The Your Pie in Statesboro and downtown Savannah is owned and operated by Joe Hunt, a Georgia Southern grad. So when you order your next pizza, be true blue and make it all about you. Go see Joe at Your Pie, and I guarantee it, you'll be glad you did.
McCooks Pharmacy, located on Highway 80 East, is family owned and operated by Lynn and Janie McCook, as well as their son, Josh McCook. Serving the Bulloch County area since 2005, McCooks Pharmacy offers fast and friendly service where the customers come first. Vaccinations are available, including shingles, flu, pneumonia, and Tdap. Drive-through service is available with 2 drive-through windows for your convenience. McCooks Pharmacy offers free local deliveries, and new customers are always welcome. Continuing the tradition of our family caring for your family, McCooks Pharmacy, Highway 80 East. Well, the Georgia Southern football team continues spring practice. There's quite a number of newcomers on the banks of Eagle Creek and over at Paulson Stadium taking in the practice this year, including 8 freshmen. We had a chance to talk to a few of them about the benefits of coming in early admission and their chance at making an impact on the team.
It's so special, you know, and you've seen this as one of the transitions of college football everywhere, to be able to get the early enrollees. We have 16. We were really proactive as far as this signing class to get in as many as we could into early graduation and being able to be here. You know, so 16 newcomers are here. We also, as soon as our May graduates, they will immediately come for summer access and summer school. They'll have 2 months prior to us starting fall camp. So we try to get our kids here as early as we can, one, because of Coach Steiner being able to physically prepare them for a physical training camp, but also to learn a system and to master a system, and that takes time. I'm thankful for the 16 that are here. I can't wait for the others to get here, you know, come late May and June. It'll be exciting to get them on campus. I tell you, what really helped them is, you know, is being able to have a 9-week strength and conditioning program and being with the older kids through that. They learn how to compete. That leadership from a Dylan Springer, a Justin Ellis, a Todd Glenn Bradley, those older kids, that older offensive line group, you know, those kids really learn what leadership is. They learn how to work. They learn what the standard is, and they really upheld it. And now they're out here practicing and making plays. You know, you see an Ashton Whitner out here making play. A Jeremy Singleton, even as a transfer product, made 2 big touchdowns today. So a lot of great examples of kids coming early, preparing their bodies, and then executing out here on the field.
Well, first and foremost, it's very beneficial because I get a head start on my education, and on top of that, I get a head start on like the playbook, learn everything, and also get a head start on just getting used to this environment, trying to get used to the speed of the game. It's coming to me, but at first it was very challenging, and but now like I'm getting the hang of things. The playbook is a lot thicker, so yeah. And I've been asking the veterans on like how they adapt, and they just like they tell me it takes time. Like you got to get over the freshman hump first, and then you know you'll get used to it over time.
I thought it was very important to come get a head start on not only, the schooling aspect of it, but as well as coming in here, learning the playbook, because I think there's a big advantage to coming early enrolling rather than coming in the summer or in the fall. And I'm very glad I did so. I've been able to get a head start on the playbook and really get used to what the college experience is like, and very glad I made that decision. College ball is a lot different than high school ball, and as far as the playbook's concerned, there's a lot more going in, way more complicated, got to know a lot more, but that's part of the challenge, and I love the challenge. So, I love learning more about the game of football. In high school, my knowledge was pretty limited, but now, now I'm learning really everything, so I'm very excited about that.
Kind of knew before my senior year, so I went on ahead and told my guidance counselors and everybody, listen, get my classes, please get my classes right so I can graduate early and things like that. It's a lot more checks in the plays. You got to learn time management and things like that. I feel like definitely coming in was the best decision that I made, and I feel like I'll be a lot ahead of the people coming in the fall. So I'll have a big advantage of moving my spot up in the depth chart and things like that.
Well, the Eagles held their first scrimmage of the preseason this past Saturday afternoon at Paulson Stadium. We had a chance to talk with Coach Helton about how he felt the practice went.
I thought the offense started out really fast and made some explosive plays, and saw explosive plays all day. What I told them is just a consistency, with the new system coming in, a great opening 2 scripts, and drove the ball right down the field. We want to see that consistency every time. What was nice to see is just the explosive plays by the skilled players. There was a number of them today, and I thought the quarterbacks did a nice job of protecting the football today with a bunch of passes. And when we got in the red zone, we put the ball down and told the offense, hey, we're going to have one drive. We're going to hand it off every time, and don't walk off the field until it's a score. And they were very physical and marched the ball in. So it was a good day, back and forth. I thought the defense at the end really stood tall from that 10-yard line in, showed great toughness, great discipline, great physicality. It was overall a good day. Really excited about it. I think we scored 7 touchdowns today. I would like to see from the offense a little bit a more success rate from the 10-yard line in. Like I told him, that the nature of this offense is explosive plays and moving the ball, but when you truly look up and you're a 50, 60-point team, it's really your success rate from the 10-yard line in, and that's really our first opportunity to have live reps at it. So it was some good and some we wish we had back, to be honest with you. So looking forward to repeating that exercise again.
The Georgia Southern baseball team, before we go, they're in action at number 20 ranked Texas State coming up this weekend. Last weekend they won 1 out of 3 games on the road at Louisiana, so hopefully they can rebound and come away with some victories there at Texas State. Stay with us. High school action coming up next. Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, providing primary care for Statesboro area patients since 1998, providing complete physicals, complete sports physicals, Medicare wellness exams, full diabetes treatment, and education from lifestyle changes to oral medications to insulin pump therapy, in-house dermatology, in-house circulation tests, and ultrasounds, and in-house labs. Featuring nurse practitioner Melissa Beasley, Family Internal Medicine of Statesboro can accommodate same-day or next-day appointments to serve your needs. Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, where we care.
At Badcock Home Furniture and More, we know what it means to find the perfect fit. The feeling of surprise. That just right moment of delight. It's what we see every time a family finds their priced right style and snuggle perfect comfort. Because for us, home isn't simply where you live, it's how you live. Badcock Home Furniture and More. Just right.
Well, plenty of high school baseball and soccer action going on this past week as the soccer teams prepare for the state playoffs and the baseball teams getting ready to start winding down their region schedules. I'll send you out for some highlights from Southeast Bulloch. They took on Calvary, and then on Wednesday they were playing host to the Beach Bulldogs, and then we'll also send you out for some highlights from Statesboro High against Effingham County at J.I. Clement Stadium this past Friday, and then at home against South Effingham on Monday. And then we're going to the soccer action from this past Thursday, Southeast Bulloch's boys and girls taking on Windsor Forest. The inaugural Simmons Cup taking place Friday evening at J.I. Clement Stadium. Statesboro and Effingham wrapping up their 3-game series. And Denham Mincy for the Blue Devils with the single into left. That would help set up runners on second and third. Avery Newton, the batter. And he'll come through with the single into right field. Both runners score, and it's 2-0. On the mound for Statesboro, Thomas Ponder looking sharp early on, getting the strikeout for out number 3. The Rebels coming back in the third. The fly ball to right by Caden Kessler will fall just in fair territory. 2-run score, and we're tied at 2-all. Denham Mincy trying to keep it that way, as he does a great job tracking this one down on the warning track. But later the same inning, it's Trent Newberry with the bloop into left. This one falls, another run scores, and the Rebels go up 3-2. The Blue Devils battling back in the fourth. Ponder with the hot shot to third. That would set up the bases loaded and no out for Statesboro. A tough one here is Jordan Fennell, ground ball back to the pitcher, throws home for the force, and then over to first for the double play, and then the ground out will end the inning. The Blue Devils come up empty with the bases loaded. The Rebels able to take advantage of runners in scoring position. Squeeze bunt by Griffin Howe brings in another, and then the Blue Devils can't get the out, even though they've got the runner trapped in a rundown, and Effingham would go on to win this one 6-2. Southeast Bulloch baseball team with the non-region matchup against Calvary Day. The Cavs jumping out to an early lead. Dayon O'Neal, the RBI single, and it's 1-0. The Jackets looking to respond after this single by Riley Emmerich, but Tyson Harnage gets hung up. Can't get back to the bag. Eventually, he's thrown out. Later, Cavs again. Caden Arnold, the RBI single into left. Calvary would take a 5-0 lead. Later, the drive into left. Mason Turner is going to try to score. He gets in just before the tag. 7-0 Calvary. The Jackets battling back. Nick Anderson does his job getting the runner home on the fielder's choice. Next, the squeeze bunt by Carter Bowman as Dylan Lewis beats the tag, and it's 7-2. Gabe DiGiovanni doing well in relief on the mound here with the inning-ending strikeout. Connor Williams makes it a 3-run game with the RBI single into right center, but it wasn't enough. The Jackets fall 7-4. Statesboro hosting South Effingham Monday in a wild one at Mill Creek. The Mustangs tying the game on the wild pitch. And then it's Nick Milbrandt coming through with the RBI single to center. And South Effingham takes a 6-5 lead, but the Blue Devils get out of the inning as Avery Newton throws the runner out at third to end the inning. Statesboro responding in their half of the fourth. Gray Harrelson, the single to left as this one drops in. Runner will come streaking home, and it's tied at 6-all. And then it's Drew Yawn with the RBI single the other way as the Blue Devils take a 7-6 lead. Then it's the double steal coming through for Statesboro as Harrelson races home from third, and Statesboro holds on to win this one 9-8. The Southeast Bulloch soccer team's looking to wrap up a spot in the state playoffs, hosting Windsor Forest in their home finale. Early in the game, a shot deflected, and Sarah Arsenault there to put it in. Jackets up 1-0. They were just getting started. Arsenault later taking aim and firing from 15 yards away for a 2-0 lead. Next up, from about the same spot, Allison Thornton takes aim, fires, and scores. That would make it 3-0 Yellow Jacket advantage. Daisy Davis next with the nice dribbling, and she scores to make it 4-0. Later, the nice feed coming from Kaylee Haas to Arsenault, who scores the hat trick in the first half alone, and it's 5-0. Davis trying to keep pace, and here she scores her second goal of the game to make it 6-0. All the scoring taking place in less than 10 minutes of the first half, and Corinne Talkington will make it 7-0, taking us to an early halftime. Second half, and it wouldn't take long to score again. This one by Thornton, her second of the game, 8-0. Davis will then weave her way through traffic, and she secures her hat trick, and it's 9-0. And then for the finishing touch on senior night, senior Veronica Pacheco, she scores, and the Jackets win 10-0, securing the number 2 seed in the home state playoff berth. As to the boys' game, it was the region title on the line with the Knights and the Jackets would strike early. A nice pass from Landon Collins to Justin Dunlop, and it's 1-0. Southeast Bulloch goalkeeper Morgan Mullinex with a great game in goal. A nice stop here, and then on the break, another great save from Mullinex. Still more to come. Mullinex with the stop, and then off the rebound, he'd get some help from teammate Robert Warnock. And back on offense, it's Dunlop with another. He'd have a hat trick, and the Jackets win the region title 7-0. For the soccer teams, they'll be back in action next week as they open up the state playoffs Tuesday and Wednesday, and they both will be at home. Statesboro boys will be in action as well next week. They'll be at home as well. I believe that game is on Tuesday. As for the baseball teams, Statesboro High wrapping up their 3-game series at home Friday night as they'll be taking on the South Effingham Mustangs for the third of their series. That'll wrap things up for now. We thank you for joining us. We'll hope to see you again next week.